Good morning, traders. This is Tony D from easyMarkets in Sydney. Our Traders Talk today is all about what's going on with the US dollar. You got some strength coming through again on Friday. See this dip that happened when we were speaking on Friday. It was all about this missile crisis and what's going to happen. And the market shrugged off very quickly and started to rally pretty much from the get-go at the start of Asia, back above 110, then grinding high into Europe, and then popped to fresh cycle highs here above 111 by the start of the US session. The data, though, from the US was a little underwhelming. US retail sales missed expectations, 0.2% versus 0.4%, I believe. Nothing crazy, though, and the big story really that now we're focused on is how the Fed's going to play it this week. I mean, the Fed has got a little bit of hotter inflation to open the door again to rate hikes if they need in December. Unemployment numbers weren't too bad. Really, the main point of concern that they have here is, or the main source of angst that the market has is not so much that the Fed leaves the door open for rate hikes, because that's still a 50-50 chance now that the Fed's going to raise in December. The big issue is this balance sheet reduction. So there's over $4.2 trillion on the US Fed's balance sheet now of US government assets. Now if that's unwound and it becomes disorderly or has a bigger market impact than is currently priced in, then that would lead to US yields rising, and because most of those are bonds, and if you sell bonds, yields go up, and that would have the flow-on effect to help the US dollar, okay, because there's a very strong correlation between the US 10-year interest rate and how strong the US dollar is, the dollar index. Now you're seeing a little bit of US dollar strength played out with dollar yen and with gold lower and stocks at all-time highs, but certain pairs aren't really playing by the same tune. So if you're looking at the pound, some more hawkish rhetoric here. You've seen, this is a weekly chart, so don't get fooled by that. This move is huge, up around about nearly 400 pips on the week so far, and if you're looking at something like the pound yen, up around about 900 pips on the week so far. So really big moves here on the pound. The hawkish rhetoric continued on Friday. One of the dovish members of the Bank of England actually turned around and joined the chorus asking for a rate hike in the next couple of months. It's almost sure now that they're going to be raising in November. Markets pricing that in heavily. Also starting to price in the next rate hike as well. That's why you're getting that follow through. And this is common, if you remember back to what happened in the dollar CAD sell-off. The market didn't just price one rate hike in, it prices a rate hike cycle. That's where you get the big moves. Alright guys, we'll be updating you a bit more on the pound movements and the dollar movements going forward here. But if you do want to get more information, please come through to the Sydney dealing room, or if you want a dealer like myself, get access to us via the Active Traders group, also in the link below.